Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So remember, these videos are really just meant for my neighbors. They might get used for something one day, which is why I'm wearing a jacket. But anyway, so these are my little pizza doughs, balls, and I let them sit and rest for about, I don't know, it's been about 20 minutes maybe. And what I want to do now is flatten them. So the easiest way to do this is honestly in your hands. You just kind of take it and turn it, and you're stretching it a little bit, stretching it and stretching it, and I'm going to just put it down and let it relax a little. I like my pizza crust pretty thin, so I'm actually going to make these thin. I'm putting a little bit of rice flour on them, again, just to get the stickiness. It's not a lot of stickiness, but there's a little. Just around and around, I'm just kind of stretching out the dough, right? So it's not like you're just flattening out and rolling it. I don't want to stress the dough too much. I can kind of pat it out too if I wanted to. Like that's an okay thing to do if you're not comfortable holding it in your hands. But it's actually strong enough for you to hold in your hands. So it is okay. I've got my 6 pieces of pizza dough. And I was going to make pizza tonight, but apparently we're getting takeout. So I'm going to bake them off and I'll show y'all what that looks like. But I'll probably make pizza tomorrow night, and then I'll post what one of my pizzas look like. Not that y'all need to see that, but you can see what the actual final pizza looks like. So, because like I said, all I'm going to do is par bake these. I'm going to bake them partially, and then I'll be able to put them in the freezer and just take one out whenever I need it. So I've got my doughs all kind of flattened out a little bit, a little bit more rice flour. And then I'll take the first one that I did and kind of just, okay. So if you wanted to flip it up in the air, take what you just did, you flattened it out and you made a little disc and you've got your hands underneath it, right? So you're kind of turning it around. And I'm going to try to do this, although I'm not great at it, but flip it up in the air and then catch it with the back of your hands. What you're doing is when it goes up in the air, it's spreading out a little bit more, and then you can take the back of your hands and actually do it a little bit more. And these aren't going to be huge. These are going to be about, I don't know, 10 inches. And then again, it's a pretty strong dough, right? It's about the size I want it. We're out of the picture now. That's okay, I'll show them to y'all when they're finished. All right, so again, right, I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna put the backs of my hands, okay? I'm just stretching it out with the backs of my hands. And you can just take it and pull it if you wanted to do that. But again, you can flip it up in the air, right? And it'll start spreading out. So see how I've got like a bigger dough now, bigger pizza crust? I'm flipping it in the air. It takes some practice. All right, I'll put that one down. All right, I'll do one more and then I'll show y'all what they look like. So, right, and these would be really nice if you had like an outdoor pizza oven, which my mother has, that my dad built for her. You could get it up really high, 500 degrees, put everything you wanted on that pizza crust, shove it in there, and just bake it off like right now from raw. Like if you were doing this with people, this would be a fun thing to do with kids or something. But I don't have an outdoor pizza oven, so I can't do it that way. Maybe one day. All right, so this is what they look like. Not a bad size for an individual pizza. And then I'm gonna dock it. This is called a dough docker, and you could do this with a fork. This basically will just poke holes in it so it doesn't have a lot of big air bubbles that come up. It'll keep it kind of flat. And doing it with a fork is fine. You can do this with a fork. Okay, and then I'm gonna let this rest for a little while again, maybe 10 minutes or so, and I'm gonna stick it in the oven, and I'm gonna only half bake it so it doesn't get completely brown and crispy. It just basically bakes enough to sort of set the dough so that when I take it out, I could actually bake it with the pizza toppings on it and have a whole pizza. Plus there's something in the oven, so I can't really bake it right now anyway. But I'll be back when I par bake them to show you guys what that looks like, and then that's pretty much it. You have your pizza crust, and then when I make pizza with it, I will show y'all what that looks like. But okay, cool. There's the place where the window's gonna go, hopefully this week.